Hi guys, so before we get started today, I do want to give a huge shout out to Thunder for allowing me to post on his channel. I think it's such a great thing that he's doing for the community by helping them grow and interact with one another. And also, I have to give a shout out to Mr. Sentinel for introducing me to Thunder's channel. I really appreciate that, so thank you. So anyways, I thought that I would share some random facts with you guys while I am hanging out here. So let's jump right into it. So the first random fact about me is I am actually anemic. I get really cold easily because I don't eat a lot of meat and I have to take a lot of vitamins because my body is just really sensitive to a lot of foods. I am allergic to a lot of things, and I could give you a whole list, but that's going to be boring, so I'm not going to bore you guys with that. But anyways, moving on to my next fact. The first video game that I ever played was this duck hunt game on the Nintendo, where you had a little gun and you had to point it at the screen and like shoot these ducks. And I know that sounds really violent, but back then that was the game. I absolutely loved it, and from there I just fell in love with gaming. And I have to say, my favorite console of all time has to be the Nintendo 64 because I love the James Bond series for that console. It was just amazing. I remember playing the story mode over and over just because I really enjoyed that. So I do miss that console. I actually don't have that anymore. I don't know what happened to it. I might have sold it, but I do regret it. But anyways, moving on. The next thing about me is I love getting tattoos. I have a whole right sleeve, and usually when I take pictures on Instagram, I really don't post pictures of my tattoos just because I don't know, I'm really not comfortable showing some of my tattoos. Some of my tattoos are really personal, and I know that sounds crazy because technically tattoos are meant to be seen by people and all that stuff, but that's another story. But anyways, I have a whole right sleeve, and then I have a couple of random tattoos on my left arm. I just love getting inked, and all of my tattoos that I do have, they all mean something, and yeah. So the next thing about me is I actually switched majors at least 5 times when I was in college, and I recently graduated about 2 weeks ago from college with a degree in game design. And I switched my major so many times just because I wasn't really sure what I wanted to do, and if I could do it again, I would probably stick with game design from the beginning because it just made sense, and it took me a long time to figure that out. So this last fact about me is when I was little, I used to get stung by bees all the time. Seriously, when I used to go outside, I used to be heavily guarded just because my dad and my mom used to get so scared that I would get stung by a bee. Like, I had to wear just long sleeves and long pants all the time because or else I would just get stung by bees. I don't know why. I just always wanted to play with bees when I was little for some reason, and it got to a point where my dad just nicknamed me Bumblebee. So I know that's kind of weird, but yeah, that is all the random facts about me. Hopefully you guys do enjoy this video. If you did, be sure to give it a thumbs up. Once again, I do have to give another thank you to Thunder and Sentinel. I really appreciate you guys. So I'll see you guys on my channel if you guys do decide to stop by.